It's just
So,
linking up to the live stream right now.
oh, good. Hopefully, people will join.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Somebody will. Either way, it is we're live now. So it's going to be recorded for people later. For those of you with us right now, hey, happy Sunday. It's Sunday fun day for a lot of people out there. So if you are on the live, thank you so much for joining us here today. One thing I really want to before I say the name, although many of you already know the name, um, today is a really, really great day, um, both personally and professionally. I think it's a rare opportunity when you get to really have the chance to work with somebody you truly admire. You just think the world of them. Just an amazing person, tremendous human being, has had an amazing life, a very interesting and well-traveled life, a man of many talents. Um, Number one talent, I would say, is his ability to care. Pure empathy, just the type of person that when he listens to you, you know he's listening to you. Um, you've got the floor, you've got his attention, and you've got his heart, and your well-being and your best interests are always at the top. Um, we just so happen to at one time have served under the same brand as designated brokers of different offices, and John has been in the real estate industry for decades here in Arizona and is a very accomplished broker, mentor, manager, and real estate professional, just the consummate professional. And there are a lot of people that are brokers out there, but I wouldn't necessarily be working with them philosophically or just their approach to people. And with John, I know people are first. You take care of the agent, you take care of the client, and everything else will come together. And his approach with people is to first listen and understand. I think we're both very similar philosophically about our approach to the business and many of the things in the contract. We're never going to agree on everything. And
But that's good. You've got to have some
the,
disagreement,
it's the
and otherwise
best
you can't
thing.
check yourself, right?
Yeah, right. I know after 20 plus years of being in the industry, I'm going to learn from you. Um, this is somebody that I'm truly excited to grow with, this company, and I think we're going to have one heck of a lot of fun. He's also somebody who has devoted his time over the years in volunteer leadership in our industry, has been an educator in the state of Arizona, recognized by the Department of Real Estate to do CE classes. He's a writer, a creative and fun man. I present all of you John Mijac. So we wanted to just open up and have a frank conversation between the two of us and just kind of introduce the relationship. And I think the other thing people should get used to is we're going to do things like this probably weekly, where we're going to do this and we're going to have discussions about industry topics, development. We're going to talk to industry professionals around the country, different agents in different markets, and maybe have some fun debates, be informational, and really engage people on a different level. So, with that, John Mijac.
Well, thank you, Lloyd. I mean, I do want to echo this just a little bit. When we were both brokers, in that other company and first got to know each other a bit, I found you to be remarkable and simpatico with me from the very get-go. So it was a delightful experience for me to see that it was possible to work with you. And you're right, we are very, very similar in many respects. I want to just say one thing about the service part. For me, service to other people has been a lifelong goal. That's one of the reasons I went to India, where I ran a kitchen there. when I came to real estate, I realized that the code of ethics actually gave me exactly what I was looking for in terms of service to other people, because as a fiduciary, you're really serving other people and taking it just one step further to be able to help those people and serve those people that are actually doing the job of being a fiduciary for their clients. That's like everything. It's the cream on the cake. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So let me you got the 1912 behind you, and I'm pretty sure I know why it's there, but maybe not everybody does. Do you kind of want to go into that? Because I think this has been in your brain for a long time, and I really like it.
I'm happy to. I'm hearing from a few people that they can't see us or hear us right now, and
Whoa, that's not good.
I don't know if that's everybody or what the situation is.
Well, let me see what if I've got anything in here. Tom Stars says Facebook at 5 p.m. Where are you? Hmm.
Hmm.
So let's see.
Let me take a look
We
at
post
something
that
here real
link.
quick. It says it finally popped up now, but it's been recording, so I'm sure it'll be in the rest of it. So for those of you who missed any of this at any point in time, it'll live here down the road as well. So um, first and foremost, John, you just asked me a question regarding the name of the company, and yes, 1912. So why 1912? Well, when I first thought of opening my own office back in 2004, there were two tracks I was going on. I was either going to start the exact brand that you see behind me, 1912, which is the year Arizona became a state. And I just thought it would be a great and fun name to go with. My original LLC with the department was actually 1912 Realty LLC, doing business as the franchise, that route that I actually chose to go down at that time. So when it was time for that split, it was time to go down this local road, which was already something that I envisioned. So over 20 years ago, here we are. Actually, this week is our 1 year anniversary for 1912 Realty. And I can't think of a better 1 year gift than to add you to the leadership team and being part of our company.
A couple of other things that occur to me. If you're looking at a list of things, why do people do AAA plumbing? Because it comes first.
Yeah, and numbers
And
come even before that.
numbers come before that. So in terms of marketing, it's pretty smart. I like it. And I also think that it solidifies the idea that this is an Arizona brokerage only, really
Correct.
not going beyond the bounds of the outline of the state. And it's not just Phoenix and Tucson that we're thinking about. We're really thinking about the whole state. Yeah.
That's 100% correct. With all the changes in the real estate industry within the last, year and a half, I mean, there's been so many things that have gone on between the settlement agreement, the Department of Justice, and just rapid change and how we function and
Right.
our role and how we address the buying public, if you will. Those rules have changed quite a bit. And at the time when this change was made to 1912, it became abundantly more important to me to, one, be hyper local, and to two, have the ability to guide where we go.
Right.
To me, the big corporate boxes are being led from the top, and those decisions impact local practitioners, and they're not always great decisions in my eye.
Yep.
Obviously, people have to protect their companies. They have to do what they can to maybe prevent writing a big check in the future if there's another class action suit. Um, but it's not necessarily going to be in the best interest of the client, depending upon a blanket policy and depending upon states. Every state has different laws. Every state has different contracts.
Absolutely.
And every state has different multiple listing services and rules So it becomes very complicated for a national organization. They have to make rules based on somewhat the lowest common denominator. We don't have to do that here. We
Yeah.
can do what's in the best interest of our agents, because if we're doing that and we're supporting them, we're going to be better for our clients. Because our
That's
agents will be better. They'll be more empowered. They'll be sharper, and they'll be able to do the things that they can do without reservation.
one of the things I love about this brokerage, from everything I've learned so far, and I've been digging in there, that it's really agent centric. You're really looking to support the agents, and they come first. And it's just like some other people have said, if you worry about your clients, the money will come. We worry about the agents, the money will come for the brokerage. Money's not the number one thing here. It's really being of service. Yep.
Correct. If we're focused on the right things, the agents and the clients, I believe the other things will take care of themselves.
They will. I want to say also that I'm pretty excited about a couple of things with your brokerage. I mean, I'm a contract nerd. I'm a nerd about writing and other things like that. And one of the things that I've never really cared for are policies and procedures manuals, because they're just so effing boring. And, who wants to read through the whole thing? But you've taken a really different tack on this, and I'm very excited about it and really looking forward to contributing whatever I can contribute with regards to that. I actually want to read it, and it's not just because I'm a nerd, you know?
The goal was, you know, as well as I do, most people aren't even going to crack that thing open. They're going to sign something with their brokerage saying they received it.
Yeah.
The old CYA, right? Oh, I've got it. But who knows what's in there until something hits the fan? That's about the only time somebody cracks it open, is
Right.
when they're dissatisfied about something.
Hmm.
And my approach with everything that we do, everything we touch, is to do it to the highest degree that we possibly can. So my goal is to make this policies and procedures manual a coffee book. I mean, something that it would be aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
informative, inspiring. It
Yeah.
would talk about our core values as much as policies, and everything that's meaningful to being a 1912 Realty employee or agent.
Yeah. The other thing I love about the way you've introduced me to the brokerage is the whole business about being a stepchild. There's always been this thing in Tucson that, like, Phoenix is like, oh, we don't really care about Tucson. Once you get past the Gila River, forget about it, Baja, Arizona. But that's not your intent, and that's not where we're going here at all. I'm
No,
excited to work with this brokerage and with you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the people in Phoenix as well. So,
well, and a lot of people probably don't really know. I mean, people who know me know that I went to the University of Arizona. I'm a Wildcat through and through, season ticket holder, even though my wife wants to kill me, season ticket holder for football, and we tailgate every game. And we're not the best at football, that's for damn sure. And we think we're better at everything else than we are too. So, but the bottom line is this, even after being a student, I lived in Tucson for a while off of Orange Grove, and my first career was pharmaceutical sales. So I still have my old business card and the address on Orange Grove. And I've always loved the entire state. And no part of this state do we want to leave untouched. And Tucson is absolutely that place that I've always had an affinity for. I served on the National Board of Directors for the University of Arizona for 11 great years,
I did not know that. Yeah.
and past chair, and actually sat on the board of trustees for 7 years with the University of Arizona Foundation. And those were tremendous experiences and wonderful people. Some of the most inspiring and influential relationships that I have in my life are because of those relationships and the people that I met through that volunteer kind of effort. And that's something that I really enjoy about you, John. I mean, tell me about why you volunteered and have with leadership in our industry.
Well, okay. So if I think back to my very first broker, so Sharon Hellsworth, she said to me on the first day, you really should get involved. So go out there and what do you like? What do you know about? Well, I had an IT background, among other things. And so I thought, well, okay, I'll just jump into TAR and the MLS and see if I can join their tech committee, which I did. Got to know Jim Adams and I got to know Laura Manson. I got when she was with CB and I got to know Rosie Coberline and I got to know a whole lot of people in the industry, like almost overnight. And so knowing that this is a relationship business, number one, I thought, what better way to get to know the people who are actually doing the business than to get involved? But then once I got involved, I realized that yet our industry needs people who have some ideas and who have a different perspective. And because of my life experiences, I definitely have a different perspective and I have opinions. They don't always have to be taken up, and I don't always have to be right, for God's sakes. But if I can contribute, it makes me feel good. It feeds my soul.
Mhm.
So from the tech committee, I then got onto the MLS, and then I got on the forms committee, and then I joined at state. Worked with the risk committee there, one of my favorite committees ever, and that got me introduced to a lot of people in Phoenix as well. So does that answer it?
Absolutely. I mean, so we have that in common
Yeah.
because I'm currently on the local board of directors for Arizona Regional MLS. This is my second time on the board and past chair. Um, Obviously, we've both taught CE classes and been recognized by the state as educators. And we're both writers. We both write for the Arizona School of Real Estate and Business for the Journal.
Yeah.
Both been writing articles for a while for them. So, and there's only a couple handfuls of people that do that, and just so happens we're two of them.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I don't know if we have to duke it out over who gets to write the next articles, or maybe they'll give us, a
yeah,
couple thoughts.
we'll have to talk to them.
Mhm.
Uh, so a few people have reached out to me, and their question, because you and I both know you had multiple offers to work with others, and I I'm just grateful that you're here and you chose 1912 Realty over probably actually some better offers financially. I don't doubt that for a second.
Could have
So
been.
people have asked, why did he choose you? And my answer was, I'm not going to speak for John, but you're welcome to tune in or see this recording later, and I'll let John speak for himself.
So aside from the fact that I love you and I respect you, and that is a big thing. I need to work with somebody who I feel is simpatico and that I have respect. I'm excited about the challenge of building up an office. I mean, your office here in Tucson just says it's 1 year old. It's just got a little toehold. I think there are 7 licensees there currently. Is that correct?
That's right.
It's going to change. I have contacts in the industry, and I think that people will want to come. And when they want to come, I'm going to have them talk to you because if they know me, then they should talk to you.
Right.
And that'll help them decide whether or not this is the right place to be. But I love having some exciting challenge, something new to do. So rather than going into a big office that's already kind of set and stayed in its ways and it's just plodding along, the idea of building this up to be something great, something that we have a vision of, not just a little boutique, but building it as something, and also not some gigantic behemoth,
No.
because I want the number of people that are in that office to be the number of people I can support 24/7, that I can be there, you know?
100% agree with you. So
And I'm excited to do that. And I'm excited to bring people in that are of similar mindsets and see the kind of synergy that can work when, we're working together.
I I'm looking forward to what we can do together.
Absolutely.
Um,
And
um,
who even knows what that is yet?
you know, we were fortunate to have a great introduction to the Tucson market with the Valley Gold team. They've sold 3,000 homes in their career, and they just keep on rolling. They're tremendous professionals, wonderful people. And I think that's the key is we're never going to be a numbers group. Like you said, I don't want to be a behemoth because I don't want to focus on being a quantity of agents
Yeah,
type of brokerage model. Want to be quality. I want to do right by people and be the best we can be for the agents that we support.
absolutely. Do you have
Well,
any other questions of me at the moment?
no, not at all. I've just, hey, thanks everybody for joining us here today on your wonderful Sunday. I know it's only probably about 107 degrees out, so maybe this brought you indoors for a little bit to come and see what's going on between us two.
It's a
And
little toasty. I think it's probably hotter up in Phoenix than it is here.
just just a little bit.
Yeah.
And if anybody missed any of this, we're going to do this again on Instagram Live here at 5:30.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning of this, but hey, we're using this brand new technology where we're going to be doing things like this, where we'll be able to interview different people, have a frank discussion about, again, industry topics, interview people that are influential in the business, and maybe some people that we're going to debate with over time about things we don't necessarily see eye to eye with, and hopefully educate a lot of people in the industry as well, no matter where they are.
Well, let's rise that tide up. How about that?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
again, everybody. Enjoy your day.